Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. The shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Brissett. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
15 line. 15 line. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to go. Let's go. Come on.
They'll have a first down past the 40. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big?
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Mariota. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 19.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Mariota. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you. And sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Back near his goal line, Brissett trying to lay one up deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Switzer on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Colts pick it up. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you. 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away because you've got to take care of the ball.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. On third down, Dobbins, and he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and goal, Brissett to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This is 3rd and goal. Brissett. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Well, now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw, Mariota. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mariota now. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long here for Mariota. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Colts pick it up. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the safety.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And an alley to run. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30. And he cuts it out right back all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Josh Jacobs, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Brissett to throw on 1st. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll set him back 5. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Colts 21, Raiders 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Mariota. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
54, Mike, 54. Watch 54, watch 54.
Working out of the gun, Mariota sliding out of the pocket into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On first down, Dobbins. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Brissett. Catch made here by Campbell. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Ready. Watch the run. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Out. 5 down. Stand up in.
Throwing, Brissett. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Matt Milano make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Brissett. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They've got the comfortable lead. Decision time here. Do they go for it, press their luck?
Listen, if I'm the head coach, I take my headset off. I turn to my defense and say, guess what, guys? We're going for it right here, right now. I want the knockout shot. And if it doesn't happen, you've got my back, don't you? Go get it.
And if you don't get it, the other offense, they've got a long way to go in the other direction. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line.
54, Mike. I got you.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
All carries, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
50. Who are you? They can't hang with us. Where are they good?
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Mariota. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Check my zoom, fellas. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. First down, Brissett. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls it. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Yo.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Final play of the half here, Mariota. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
What?
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Mariota. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. One more time with Jacobs. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to the...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Brissett. He's got a man. Complete. A gain there of 30 big ones. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Looking for Campbell downfield. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown of the night. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with the flag. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Mariota to throw it. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Double talk.
To the air again. Mariota. He's going to fire one deep over the... And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Quick talk.
From the gun, Mariota escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 27, Mike Alpha.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota. Open man is Switzer, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready. 27, check Mike, 27. I'm coming. Now.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mariota on 4th down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins to the 40 and no further. The razzle-dazzle, though, got him a couple extra on the play. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
He's coming.
Brissett now. He's going to air one out. This is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andy Isabella with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Mariota now. He'll take a shot for the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Mariota. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
I got 30 drives, he said. I got 30 drives.
Looking deep here for Ebron. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun, Brissett. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. To throw Mariota. And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 19. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick.
91 Dan here, boy.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right? As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Brissett now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and really it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease. Robbed home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for the Colts, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4th.